Hi, this is Rockin' Robin, and today we're in Miami. We're at the Golden Coast Railroad Museum. We're going to see the President's Train, and we're going to tell you a lot about different trains. So you stay with us. The Golden Coast Railroad Museum is in the same area where Zoo Miami. You still have to pull in as if you were going to Zoo Miami and follow the directions to the railroad. Here you can see you're going to go in through the gift shop because that's the way you go in, you pay, and you can go from there. Sometimes the other area is open, but this was what was open when we went. And you can see the area is filled with great artifacts of trains and vintage, anything related to trains and vintage you're going to see even when you just walk in. So take some time to go around that area and check everything out. There is also a little TV that is on with some information if you're really into the railroads. And I loved all these artifacts. And over here you're even going to see some really cool, some caps that they wore. And look at those. I believe these are from train conductors. Let's take a little walk around this and then we'll go into the area where all the trains are. This photograph takes up a full wall. Look at those train conductors. So now we walked out and the first thing you're going to see is trains, trains, trains all the way down. Now this train on the right, I believe, is the California Zephyr. It would go from Chicago, Illinois, all the way to Oakland, California. Florida East Coast train played a role in the 1935 hurricane. It transported people from Jacksonville, Key West, and Havana out of the areas to avoid the hurricane. Now we're going to take a look at some of these trains, and I'm actually going to go in one. This is the one we're going to step up there, and we're going to go inside and see what it's like. So the first thing you're going to see is vintage items that were possibly in a train, workings of the different kinds of trains. They're all going to be on display and you can walk around and look at those. These are actual glasses and ashtrays and items that were on vintage trains, and they clearly mark them so you know when and where they were used. Now we're going to walk through the train so you could see what it was to ride on a train and some of the different seats. And you'll notice that there are signs that say colored. So back then, I guess the colored sat in one area and others did not, which is, a part of our past. So now we are back outside looking at some of the different train cars. And this over here would be an engine. And then over there, we are going to look at some of the different types of vintage trains, or they actually have a little tram or something for a subway. So here is that. It almost looks like a bus or a tram. And they have a couple of other trains over here. This had something to do with NASA. I thought that was kind of interesting. And some more way in the back down there, which I did not go to. So we're going to go into another train. I believe this is probably where they have some kind of shows or they teach you about something. It looked like some kind of a display train. There were places to sit, and there were a lot of different pictures on the walls and information about trains. And there was nothing going on this day, but I wanted to let you take a look. Over on the right, you're going to see a U.S. military train. It was used in World War II and the Korean War, and it could house up to 33 patients in there that they would take care of. And we are going to take a walk and look inside. Here you can see a nurse and some military bunk beds, maybe where they helped those who were sick or injured. So this is the Ferdinand Magellan train, and it's a Pullman train, and it was built in 1928 to be used only for presidents. And presidents would travel in it, and they would also speak on the very end. You can see there's a microphone, and they used it until 1942. We couldn't go in there. It's an additional $20, and it wasn't available on this day, but I showed you as much of it as I could. It's probably the most interesting train that you're going to see. Now you're going to see there's some information about it right there, not too much. But you're going to walk around and you're going to see a lot of other interesting sights. They'll have some like that. I wish that we could ride on a train. It wasn't offered on this day, so we couldn't. You could see what a train station looks like. They do have some rides for the kids. They do not look usable. They were not running. I'm not sure what that is all about. You can see the front of where you go in here. I just wanted to show you around a lot of interesting things, what it looks like that you can see when you go. Admission is around $8. It's not very expensive, but if you go on the first Saturday, it's free of each month, so keep that in mind. Well, this is Rockin' Robin. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, hit the bell, and give us a big thumbs up. Also, watch all our Florida videos.